The 4 days makes no difference. So for people, I say that people who have been following me or the sadhanas that I give, I recommend people to chant the Kamakya Stotram. It is also very powerful. Do not be mistaken that it is not a mantra. Kamakya Stotram can do miracles. In fact, many of these people whom I guide, I have made them do Kamakya Stotram Anushtan also. 1000 recitations with Sankalpa and all that various things, many of these people. It is extremely potent. If you are connecting to Ma Kamakya, or if you have a connection to the sadhanas that I give, because I do Ma Kamakya sadhana, without her sadhana I don't step out of the house every day, then it is, these 4 days is not the time to start any Anushtan. These 4 days, Purushyan is not started, Anushtan is not started, Homa is not done. So what you can do is that even elaborate puja is not done. So that is why the tradition used to be long back. Even now in some places it follows in Bengal, some places they don't, but they keep all the devatas covered in a piece of cloth. 2 things happen during Ambuvachi. So we consider Ma Kamakya becomes Rajaswala, but the energy is extremely powerful. And there's an energy that is to be internalized. So very good to do japa, very good to do dhyana. Very good to maintain a certain discipline if you are connecting to Ma Kamakya. Discipline means these 4 days, as an upasaka I am saying, of course if you have your work and other office you will have to go there, but for those who can, speak less to people. Do not engage in just frivolous chatter or going out with friends or this or that, etc. Spend the time internalizing. Do meditation, do japa. Any form of Devi, any form of Bhairava, anything. Everything gets accelerated like crazy. Anything that gets accelerated to this point is also has its own pros and cons. It has its own dangers also. But yeah, Ambuvachi time, even if you are not there in the Kamakya Kshetra at that time, but if you connect to Ma Kamakya, that is at least one stotra of Ma Kamakya you do every day, you've been doing for a few months, those 4 days do not start a new sadhana. Whatever you normally do, pick anything, or simplest sadhana, quick, nothing complicated, kichu complicated puja kora darkar nahi. Simple stuti, simple mantra that you do, any Devi form. Try and finish as much as you can. No need for doing even Sankalpa also. In Ambuvachi, Sankalpa is also not needed. Anything that is done accelerates very powerfully. If someone is in Kamakya, then it becomes very difficult. Unfortunately, today, whole world lands up in Kamakya, which is why I try to avoid going to Kamakya during that time, because then there's no peace. There's way too many people come to here. But yeah, it's incredibly powerful period. There is no period. What happens in Ambuvachi in Kamakya, but if you're doing sadhana, if you're not doing sadhana, then it's just a time to go see very nice looking, all people roaming around, and there are various weird sadhus coming, and you can make your good photos and all that. But the power of that place is very, very different. First Ambuvachi had gone, I think 2012, if I remember. That was the first time. 20 days I had stayed, and I didn't have any money also. Just like that, I was doing sadhana and I had a thought. So Ambuvachi, everything becomes very costly in Kamakya. Normal, whatever is the price during Ambuvachi, 4 to 5 times they will charge, because there's so many people booking for months ahead. They will book, and all the biggest akharas and the sadhus will come there. And I had no money. I finished my sadhana. I was supposed to return back to Mumbai, and I had this thought that do you have to stay there. Randomly asked a person, and he said that actor room diye do. He didn't charge money from me. Very basic room. Nothing was there. Just like, but yeah. At the time, so 11 o'clock in the morning, I used to go to the temple and come back at 2, 3 at night after finishing my sadhana. Different time. Energy is very different, but yes, no homas, no fire rituals. These days I've seen people doing fire rituals. I mean, I do not think that they have the slightest clue what they're doing. See, Kamakya has become too popular, which is good and bad both. Good because it's whoever connects to her, it's good in one way. I mean, I worship her, so if her glory goes up, I am happy. But the bad is that half the people don't know what they're doing, so all sorts of things. Yeah, Ambuvachi is very powerful. It's a period when, if you are connected to Kamakya, the same effect of a complete Purushram can be experienced internally if one does japa in that period. Same effect of a complete Purushram. Only thing is that the external Purushram, Homa becomes important. Why? That is because the prayoga of the mantra outside requires fire. Bina Without fire, the prayoga will not happen outside properly. However, internal progress happens very well during Amaboti period. I think with that, we'll finish. Okay, last question that